Hello students, welcome to this session. In this session, we are going to start a new chapter of your NCERT science book, 8th class. In this chapter, we are going to discuss some natural phenomena. Firstly, we will understand this term, phenomena. What do you mean by phenomena? This term is exclusively used for the happening or the process occurred in nature. The processes or happenings which are controlled by the nature. There is no control of the human being are called as phenomena. And this natural is clear controlled by nature. All the happenings controlled by nature which are beyond the limit of the human beings are called as natural phenomena. Around us, moment to moment, every moment, number of natural phenomena are going on. Just we will discuss some example. Occurrence of the day and night. Day and nights are happenings. Earth is revolving around the sun in its own orbit. Twinkling of the star. Raining, etc. Some of the phenomena are useful and helpful for the human beings and the life on the planets, but some are very much devastating. In this chapter, we will discuss the two main harmful or devastating natural phenomena. First is the lightning. Lightning and thundering storm. Thunderstorm. Second is earthquakes. These are the very much devastating natural phenomena which cause mass casualties and damage the properties, building, etc. Firstly, we will discuss the lightning. Lightning. In ancient time, there was superstition. The people of the ancient time used to believe that the lightning and thunderstorms occur due to rays or wrath of gods. Gods used to become angry, and so they are throwing their arms and ammunition toward the earth in the form of lightning and thundering storm. The god like Indra. In ancient time, the people were thinking that God Indra becomes angry, so he used to throw the shastras toward the earth to mend the way of the human beings. But in the course of time, in the course of advancement of the science. The secret of the lightning is disclosed. In 1752, there was a scientist, namely Benjamin Franklin, who first time discovered the secret of the lightning. By his experiment, he propounded, he informed the world that lightning is the occurrence of electric charge production due to collisions between the clouds, due to rubbing effect, due to friction. The different type of electric charges are produced on the clouds. Main cause of the lightning, he told, that is the rubbing effect. Rubbing effect. Due to rubbing effect, there are different type of electric charge are produced on the cloud, and when the two clouds which are having the similar charge come nearer, then electric discharge takes place, and due to electric discharge, the sticks of the light, sparks of the light, and terrible, fearful sounds, loud sounds are produced. That is the actual happenings of the lightning. And later on, he also discovered a device to minimize the devastating effect of the lightning. Because due to lightning, the elevated tall buildings particularly were damaged. So, to make the safe, elevated and tall buildings, he made a device. That device was called as lightning conductor. We will discuss the lightning and lightning conductor in detail. Firstly, to understand the happenings of the lightning, we will discuss the charges which are produced due to rubbing. Rubbing charges we will discuss firstly. Charge produced by rubbing. By rubbing the certain type of the two objects, we may produce the charges. Charges produced by rubbing. In previous class, in 7th class, and in previous chapter number 14, that is the chemical effect of the electricity, you have certainly learned regarding electric current. Here the electric charge is quite different from the electric current. You know the definition of electric current. Electric current is the flow of electrons. In the case of electric current, the current or electricity is flowing in the form of electrons. But here in the case of charge produced by rubbing, do not move from one place to other place. First point. So the charges produced by rubbing are in static condition. In what condition? Static. Static. Stationary condition, not moving, not flowing, like electric current. So the charge produced by rubbing are called as electrostatic charge. Firstly, you note down this term, electrostatic charges. This is very much important. In examination, there may be question, what are the differences between electrostatic charges and electric current? Static terms means stationary, static, not flowing. The charge, again I am repeating, the charges produced by rubbing are in a static condition, so they are called as electrostatic charges. The nature of charge depends upon the types of objects which we are rubbing. In some cases, the particular objects may get positive charge. If we are rubbing the same objects by other objects, then on that objects may be negative charge. Depending upon the material of the objects by which we are rubbing. Just by an example we will understand here. Conventionally it is defined that when the glass rod, this is glass rod, you try to understand, this is glass rod. When the glass rod is rubbed by silk cloth, you may take silk cloth and you rub the glass rod, then positive charge will produce on the glass rod. On the other hand, you change this material, silk. If you are going to rub the glass rod by polythene or fur, then there may be negative charge. So by changing the rubbing object of different material, made up of different material, the different type of the charge may be produced on a particular object. Clear? Conventionally it is defined that when glass rod is rubbed by silk, on glass rod positive charges will be produced. Suppose another object you are taking, like refill or any plastic material. You are rubbing the refills with some polythene. On that plastic material or plastic object or refill, the charge will be negative. Similarly, by changing the materials, rubbing materials, you may change the quality or nature of the charges. During rubbing, two types of the charges. Thus, here we are finding that by rubbing two types of the charges, positive and negative, positive and negative electrostatic charges are produced. Now we will discuss certain activities to understand the electrostatic charges produced by the rubbing in clear way. You take some balloon, air-filled balloon, two air-filled balloon, not more, and rub both the balloons by same material, both the balloons by same material, like woolen cloth, woolen cloth, and by hanging both the balloons by thread, you bring both the balloons near to each other. You will observe that both the balloons are repelling each other. What is the reason? Because by rubbing the same materials, you have produced the same charge on both the balloons. Same charge. Suppose like it plus and plus, positive and positive charges are produced on both the balloons. And you are bringing both the balloons near. This is the reason why both the balloons are repelling each other. Because the similar charges repel each other. This is the reason. And opposite to this, if you are going to rub this first balloon by woolen cloth, and thereafter you rub this by polythene. By changing the material for this B balloon, you are producing here the different charge on this balloon. And thereafter you bring again the B balloon near to the A. You will find that attraction. Both the balloons are attracting each other. Attracting each other. So thus here we are finding the opposite charges attract each other. There is attractions between the opposite charges, and similar charges repel each other. In the place of balloon, you take a refill. In place of this balloon, you take a refill and rub it by polythene again, and you bring this balloon here. After rubbing this balloon by woolen cloth, you will find their attraction. So by these activities, the second property, first property is that by rubbing one object by other object, we may produce the charges, two types of the charges, positive and negative. And second property of the electrostatic charges is there is an attraction between opposite charges and repulsion between similar charges. Now we will discuss one apparatus or device by which we can test an object, whether that object is having charge or not. That apparatus or device is called as electroscope. Electroscope. At your home, you can prepare electroscope. But in market, in laboratory, you can get the ready-made or already made electroscope. The advanced quality of electroscope is called as golden leaf. Golden leaf electroscope. That scope, golden leaf electroscope, is advanced form of the electroscope which are provided in laboratory to test the very sensitive charges, very sensitive magnitude of the charges. But commonly you can prepare the electroscope at your home by doing an activity just we will discuss here. You take a jam bottle. This is the jam bottle. And a cardboard, somewhat bigger than this upper opening. This is the, suppose separately I am drawing the diagram of cardboard. This is the cardboard. And a gems clip, iron metal gems clip. And you unfold the gems clip like this. And you cut the two strips of aluminum foil. Dimension into 1 centimeter of the aluminum foil. Two aluminum foil like this. Length 4 centimeter and 1 centimeter width. This is the aluminum foils. This is the hook-like unfolded gems clip. Then you make a hole here, just in the middle of the cardboard. And firstly you hang this aluminum foil here like this. And thereafter you hang this end of the clip here. And ultimately you put the cardboard having all this arrangement here. the whole apparatus will be like that. And after putting the cardboard, just जो है कि shown in the diagram, you rub the glass rod by silk cloth. That means it gives positive charge. And bring it here and touch the upper end of the clip. You will find the repulsion between both the aluminum foil. They will repel each other and there will be gap like this between them. It shows that just by touching the upper end by this charged glass rod, this all differences is occurring. Actually, when a charged object is brought near to any of the conducting material or any object, the opposite charge is produced on that uncharged object. Suppose you are bringing जो है कि this जो है charged glass rod here, near to the other glass rod. The opposite charge, that means जो है कि the negative charge on this जो है कि rod or this object will be produced just after bringing this glass rod here near to. This happenings is called as induction of charge, विद्युत प्रेरण. This is charged object. Try to understand charged object. Again I am repeating. When a charged object is brought near to uncharged object, opposite charge is produced on uncharged object. This is uncharged. Uncharged object. This is charged object. This production of charge on uncharged object just by bringing the charged object near to this uncharged object is called as induction of electricity. Induction of electricity, विद्युत प्रेरण. Clear? So by this process, by the induction process, firstly the opposite charges are produced on this end of the clip, and thereafter opposite to this, suppose here जो है कि minus charge is produced on the aluminum foil, plus charge will be produced on both the aluminum foil. As both the aluminum foils are having the similar charges, then they will start repelling each other. So here a gap is produced between them. This is the reason, due to repulsion. So by this whole arrangement, whole apparatus is called as electroscope. This device or apparatus is used to test the object, whether this object is charged or not. Suppose we don't know about this object, whether it is charged or not. when we will bring this object here, if there is repulsion between the aluminum foil, then we will tell that this is charged. If there is no change, no repulsion, then we will tell that this is not having any charge. So this apparatus, electroscope, is used to test the object whether it is having charge or not. And it is also used to know the nature of the charge of a particular object. For that, firstly, we have to touch this upper end by a known charged body. Suppose in the case of glass rod, we know when the glass rod is rubbed by silk cloth, it get positively charged. When we are bringing the positively charged glass rod here, then here at aluminum foil level, positive charge will be produced, similar charge will be produced, and in that case they are far from each other, there is repulsion. After that, suppose we are bringing this charge object, we don't know what type of the charge is on this object. When we are bringing it and the gap is increasing, then we will tell that this charge is also positively charged. When there is reductions in the distance of both the foils, that means this object is negatively charged, because just bringing here, the negative charge will start producing here, and that will neutralize the previous positive charge. So due to the nullifications of the charge, neutralizations of the charge, both the foils will come nearer to each other. They will start attracting each other. So by this way, we can firstly test the object whether that is charged or not, and we may also test the nature of the charge by electroscope. And by this lecture, I am going to conclude this session. In next session, we will start discussion on lightning and lightning conductor in detail. You students continue with us. Vast videos available on Institute's YouTube channel. There are number of videos pertaining to other subject also. You subscribe our channel, share the videos available on our channel to your friends. You all students get benefited. Also help the institute in promotion of YouTube channel. Thank you very much.